Hi, in this video we will be looking at question number 8 of homework 7. So question number 8 was that if for a Poisson process we need to find out the expectation of the Poisson process and its autocorrelation. So let's look at the solution. First, the expectation of a Poisson process. So we know that for a Poisson distribution probability, if the probability is given by probability of x equals to k equals to e to the power minus lambda into lambda to the power k by k factorial. So, and we know that the expectation of a Poisson distribution is lambda, and expectation of x square equals to 1 plus lambda into lambda, and its variance is also lambda. So for a stochastic Poisson process, simply expectation of xt can be written as lambda t. That's very simple. Now let's look at the second question. The second question was to find out the autocorrelation of the Poisson process. So now suppose that for the to calculate the autocorrelation, we suppose T2 is greater or equals to T1. So as for a Poisson process, by definition we know that if T1, T2 and T3, T4 are non-overlapping, then n of T1, T2 and n of T3, T4 are independent. So we use this fact. So xt1 can be written as xt1 minus x0 and xt2 minus xt1. These two processes are actually independent from definition. So we calculate the autocorrelation like this. R of t1 t2 can be written down as expectation of xt1 into xt2, and xt2 is actually written down as xt2 minus xt1 plus xt1. So we multiply it over with xt1, and as xt1 and xt2 minus t1 is independent, so we write it as separate multiplication, expectation of t1 into expectation of t2 minus xt1, and plus expectation of x square t1. This term comes from multiplying these two terms, xt1 and xt1. So as we know that expectation of xt1 is lambda t1 and expectation of xt2 is lambda t2, so we just simply put the values and ultimately we arrive at this equation where expectation autocorrelation of t1 t2 is autocorrelation of the Poisson process is lambda of t1 plus lambda into t1 t2, given that t2 is greater or equals to t1. Similarly, if t1 is greater or equals to t2, we will arrive at the same equation where autocorrelation will be lambda into t2 plus lambda into t1 t2. So combining these two equations, we arrive at the final equation, which is autocorrelation of a Poisson process is nothing but the lambda into minimum of t1 t2 plus lambda into t1 into t2. This is the final expression. That's it. Thank you.